Now, some of you have heard of Grant Cardone, and you know what? When I saw the guy on social media, I actually like the guy. I never met him, but I feel like if I met him, we'll be cool. You know, we just have a conversation. We'll have a blast. But he made a comment in a video, and I was like, really, Grant? So he says a house is a terrible investment. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, I understand what he's saying. It's not the best investment. But here's the problem. You have to live somewhere, right? Either you're going to live in an apartment or you're going to live in your own home. You have to stay somewhere. So would you stay somewhere where you get a benefit or no benefit? I don't know why we have to keep having this conversation. Because if you was, let's say, if you was on the fence, let's say you're a potential new homeowner, and you see a video like that, you say, oh no, Grant, he's an entrepreneur, he's a real estate investor. He know what he's talking about. Buying a home is a terrible idea. This is what goes through people's minds. And I'm just here to tell you, no, has not been my experience at all. In fact, I think I know it's been a great investment for me. You can ask other people, you have millions and millions of homes. Why do you think people buy? Why do you think people buy them for? Because they're bad investments? Okay, now, last week I did a video on a lady who made a comment on TikTok, and she said, well, I'd rather invest the money in the S&P 500. Now, I'm about to break this down. People like comparing apples to oranges all the time. I can make a vague statement. It sounds great. It sounds real smart. It sounds smart on social media. Oh, you could just put it in S&P 500. Okay. Let's make it a comparison between apples and apples. Okay. According to Google, the average home appreciates between 3 and 5% per year. That's what AI is smarter than I am. That's what AI is saying here on Google. Let's say the average home is $350,000. Let's break this down. That means, I already did math here, but if the house is $350,000 and let's say it goes up 3%, that's $10,000 generally, right? So that's our number, because we're trying to compare what is the better investment, a home or S&P 500. Now, our number, we know, of our estimate, is out. If I buy the average size home, whatever the average price home, paying $350,000, it'll be $10,000 more in equity. That's how much you will gain, right? Okay. Now the $10,000 number, let's put it to the S&P. How much money do you need in the S&P to get $10,000 of a return? According to AI, S&P 500 averages around 10%. So let's say 10%. That means I need to have $100,000 in the S&P to get that same $10,000. I need $100,000. Do you see the difference? The average person may not have $100,000. So we're not. If you want to make apples to apples, let's do it. If I had this amount of money, okay, I will put it in this investment because I would get $10,000 back. Now, the average person may not have that, but they might be able to come up with 3.5 down on their house. So look at it like this. Man, I could come down with a down payment and I have $350,000. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if it's a house. It doesn't matter if it's money. It doesn't matter if you're buying, cars, a luxury car. It doesn't matter. You have that amount of money. That's how much leverage you have. You're getting 3% back on $350,000. You need $100,000, but the average person don't have it, right? So now, are we saying, oh well, I got $20,000, so if I put $20,000 in the S&P 500, that's better than buying a home? Not, and according to the calculator, that's not a better investment. So before you take advice and you're looking at these social media video, excuse me, you need to do the math. All right, Rick out.